All right, what's up, world? Wake y'all asses up. This is another episode of King of the Berries podcast. And on today's episode, man, I'm gonna be talking about networking. I don't think we take advantage or even think about the possibilities that networking can bring to us. I'm pretty sure y'all are familiar, and if you're not, you'll get it as we go on. But the saying is not what you know, but who you know. It's real, man. Going through the corporate world and also working for myself in each area, it's all about making connections and um, building relationships with people. And today, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to y'all a couple of times about how building relationships with people has helped me, far as just my career path, and then also just personally how it has helped me. I can't name the countless amount of times because of the relationships that I built or the relationships that my parents built or some other friends of mine, the relationships that they built, that it has benefited me. Um, the one thing that kind of come to mind about building relationships is at my previous job, the job I worked at. I worked at a bank, and what I used to do when I first started at bank, I was what you call like a traveling teller. So what I would do is I would go around the different branches, and whatever branch needs help, I would go there that day and help them out. Well, I did that for like the first 3 months I worked there, and so I got a chance to go to a lot of different locations and meet people, and then just get to talk and try to build relationships. And what happened was at some point that company, they stopped doing the traveling tellers, and I got stationed at one location. And for a while I really wasn't focused on trying to progress through that company. I really was just there to make money, and honestly, man, just to try to get pretty girls. I'm just keeping it real, I was nasty. I was nasty. I was always trying to holler at some girl or whatever. Used to write little notes on the receipt. Stuff that would have definitely got me fired. But luckily, like, I was kind of discreet with it, and I knew when to do it and when to be professional, and like who to do it with and stuff like that. So that was like one of my big things. But once I started taking the job more seriously and seeing it as a potential career path for me at that time, um, it was crazy because I didn't think I was going to elevate through there. I was looking outside of that company. And so I started applying outside the company because I didn't think it was any opportunities for me at that time in that company. And then I ended up going to my manager, and I was like, hey, it don't seem like I got an opportunity to kind of elevate. I just want to let you know, like, I'm looking at looking to move outside the company. He was like, hold on, give me like 2 days, Paul. Just give me 2 days. And then sure enough, like the next day, actually, he was like, yo, somebody just reached out to me and they actually want you to apply for this position. And I was like, really? And then come to find out, it was the person that I did my first face-to-face interview with within that company. So the person that hired me within the company, even though I didn't go to their location, they was the ones that did the interview for me to help me get hired within the company. She wanted me to come and work for her at her branch at a certain position. And I was like, wow, she specifically requested me, so everything kind of lined up because my manager didn't want me to leave out the company. And then this manager here, she wanted me in particular to at least interview for the position. So I go in, I kill the interview, and I end up getting that role. And it was a great role for me, man. I had a great time there. I learned a lot. But that was just one time about just like leaving impressions with people and building relationships, because every time I did go around, I thanked her for, giving me the opportunity. And then also I had the opportunity to work with her and just to show her my growth and all of that type of stuff, and show her like, yo, like, I take things seriously, but like I'm fun to be around too. Like, I just can't help it, yo. I'm just it's weird. I'm a very serious person. Like, I am very serious, and I look at the world seriously. But like, I have a dry sense of humor, and I just like to have fun too. It's like I could be serious and fun at the same time. Like, I could be laughing but still know what's going on around me, type of thing. And I just want to let them know that, and then they appreciate that about me. And I got the opportunity to come and work at that location, man, and that was just so much fun, and I learned so much, and it was just a great time. But when I think about, that was like the first time I used my own networking abilities, like me working rooms, and talking to people and engaging with people and things like that. So it was that was I was very proud of myself, because it wasn't because of my parents, or it wasn't because somebody else I knew. I made these connections with them for myself, and then just build on that, and got a couple more promotions within the company before I decided to leave and do my own thing. But that was the first thing when I thought about this topic that came to mind, is that story of me going from, one position, and then every opportunity I had to go to another location, I wanted to try to leave a good mark, and then also just connect and network with people. And that's what I was doing. And it really helped me within my corporate career to get me to where I got to before I decided to start my own thing, or to work for myself. So yeah, man, that was a dope one. Another one that come to mind, man, and I don't give out names and all that stuff really, unless it needs to be said, or it's like a celebrity or something like that. But otherwise, like, people that's in my circle, I don't give out names. But this situation, I'm still not gonna give out a name, but if you watch it, he knows who he is. But I had working for myself. I've been working for myself and doing the financial coaching, and educating people and helping people get their own financial licenses and things like that. I build great relationships with people, and one of the guys that end up coming and working with me and getting his financial license, and we running, helping people together, all that type of stuff. We did that for a while, and then he decided to go off and do his own thing. We met outside like a Dollar General, and I noticed his Jeep. He had a fly Jeep, and that Jeep was so nice, man. And I went out there, man, and I like, man, that's a dope Jeep, yo. Like, yo, how do you feel about it? Because my wife at the time, my ex-wife, she wanted to get a Jeep, and that looked like the model that she wanted. So I was talking to him about it and everything, and blah, blah, blah. Then we ended up connecting over business, and we ended up working together. And then as time went on, like I said, he went off and did his own thing. But he was a very handy man, and like, he could do anything, like when it comes to like building stuff and floor work. But he had a specialty with like HVACs and hot water tanks and all that stuff. So when I was going through my really, really tough time during my separation with my ex, and I had to get my house together, because I had to figure out what I was going to do with the house. Either I was going to sell it or I was going to rent it. One of the things that was going on was the hot water tank went out. So the hot water tank went out. I looked at the prices. I'm like, yo, this is a little tough right here. So not only to buy the tank, but then to also pay somebody to install it. If anybody ever been through that process, it's a little bit of money. So I called him. I was like, yo, bruh, I wasn't even expecting him to do it. I was just like, yo, do you know somebody that can do it? Give me a good price or whatever like that. He was like, yo, what you need? I was like, man, I need a hot water tank. I already bought the tank. I knew what kind of tank I needed. I bought the tank. But I was like, man, I need somebody that can do this for like a good price. My man said, yo, I'll come through and do it for you. The only thing I need from you is a case of beer. I like, get out of here, man. Nah, I can't do that. He like, nah, man, I got you. Yo, just a case of beer. I got it. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah, man. And he came through. He helped me twice, because I had to get a truck in order to get the hot water tank to my house. So the water, it had just rained the night before in my house, the water gets saturated very easily, so it gets very muddy, and I forgot all about that. I backed the truck all the way back to try to make it easier for us to get the hot water tank, because that thing is heavy as hell. Tried to back it as close as I could to my back door so we could just slide it off. It wouldn't be no issue. Dog, back the truck into there. The truck gets stuck. Now, it took us about 45 minutes to get that truck from out that backyard. So we had to get the truck out the yard. So we took the tank out, realized the truck was stuck. We had to get the truck off, push the truck off, finally got that done, and then he started working on the hot water tank, man. And I didn't know, it took like 3 hours. And man, you gotta weld stuff together. Like, I was down there helping him and just kind of watching. I'm like, man, this dude is amazing. Like, it's amazing that he able to do all of this, man. And yeah, man, he spent 3 hours out there and he got it together, man. We got the case of beers. I looked out for him. I tried to look out for him on some other stuff, like trips and all that type of things. I had some connections with that. And but he came through like when I really, really needed it, man. When my money was super tight, but I had to get this done. And man, I just really appreciate him and thank him for that. And that's what networking can do, man. When you build relationships with people, man, people willing to just help you out just off the strength of you being a good person or what you've done for them. They just want to reciprocate it back and things like that, man. And networking is just such a big thing, and I don't think we talk about it enough. Like, we always talk about like, yo, pay me and pay this and pay that, but we don't understand there's other ways we can help each other outside of always having to exchange money. Like, yo, I got a good or service I could provide to help you out, and you got a good and service that you could provide to help me out, like a barter system. We could exchange stuff, or like, yo, like, you got connections in this area, I got connections in this area. Let's come together so that way we can move and do the things that we want to do and accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. Like, networking is such a powerful thing, man, that we really, really need to start thinking about and like tapping into, because it really can help you get to that next level that you're looking to get to. A great saying, man. Gotta shout out my boy AJ, who also through networking, talking to him and everything like that, man, helped me with like physique techniques and, you know, physical fitness and dieting and tips, all that type of stuff, man. And then I'm able to give, you know, financial, not financial advice, because I don't give financial advice. I'm not licensed in that area. But I give like tips and tricks that I like learned and things that I know, and I share with him as well, and with a lot of people, because I just want to just give the information out because people need to hear it. And then in return, man, people just want to bless you back. And just by networking with him, man, he feeding into me, I'm feeding into him, and he gave me this great quote that said his dad told him, and I said it on another podcast. And actually, go check out our episode. I'll make sure at the end of this episode you'll see the video for it. But he talked about not being an island, but learning to be a peninsula, man. Like, learn to be a peninsula. And that always just stick in my head all the time, because I definitely was an island person, and it wasn't until I got out in the real world and seen like, yo, man, if you want to make things move and shake, you got to learn how to talk to people. You got to learn how to build relationships with people. You got to learn how to add value to others, and then they add value in return to you. So, man, I just really wanted to touch on the power of networking. And that's just a few examples, you know, that just like 2-3 examples that I gave you, but it's plenty of other ones. I got guys that help me with my car for free because of the networking my dad did, and they respect my dad so much, they go look out for me with cars, you know, getting stuff done with cars and stuff like that. And then I build relationships with them, and then they do stuff for like other people that I know. So I mean, yo, getting rides, all of that type of stuff, man. Networking is so powerful. And these not even friends. These are just people that, like, kind of like, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. So yeah, I just wanted to really touch on the power of networking and how important it is to go out here, man, and just talk with people and just build with people. You never know what that conversation might lead to, or what benefit you might get from the conversation, or what benefit you might give to another person through the conversation. So I just challenge everybody to go out there and talk to people, man, build relationships, and just try to connect and build your network up, man. Build your team and everything so that it's strong and solid, and that way you know somebody that can help you in whatever area. That's a powerful thing to have, to be able to just have somebody on speed dial. Yo, I need I need some like financial tips. Oh, I need somebody to help me with a car. I need a barber. I need this, I need that. Like, yo, build your network up so you got everybody in that circle, man, and y'all all just grow together. Y'all all just feeding each other. So I want to definitely tell people to do that. The next thing that I need for y'all to do, if you're checking this out, man, if you like my podcast, even if you don't, you hate it, whatever. If you pay attention to the podcast, just make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and comment, all of that great stuff, man. If you haven't, make sure you go follow my Instagram page at King of DeBerrys. So KingofDeberrys. I spelled that wrong a couple of episodes ago. I forgot the OL part, but it's King of DeBerrys. And make sure you go follow me on there. I go live pretty much every day, so you get a chance to interact with me, all that great stuff. But I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all go out there and take action, man. Go out here and conversate, start building your network up. Take care. Peace.